Tesla CyberTruck, Ford's new all-electric F-150 Lightning. Which is the best electric truck for grid-down preparedness? We're going to be answering that question and much, much more in today's video. Hi everyone, Joe Ordia here for Solar Surge. And for the past 8 years, I've been helping families get their home set up to survive a loss of the electric grid. And if you're new to the Solar Surge channel, on this channel we talk about all things having to do with solar power, off-grid, backup power, and emergency preparedness. Now, I'm really excited to be coming to you today with a head-to-head comparison video. And today we're comparing two electric vehicles. This is not going to be solar equipment, but the reason that this is important is because a transportation plan has got to be a part of your household emergency plan. And of course, for those of you that are looking at ways you can get more secure and more self-sufficient with your energy needs, what better way to do that than with an electric vehicle that you can charge off of your solar panels? So in today's video, we're going to be doing a head-to-head comparison between the Tesla CyberTruck and Ford's new all-electric F-150 Lightning. I think you're going to really like this video, guys, so make sure that you watch until the end. All right, we're going to be doing the evaluation across 5 categories. There's going to be a maximum of 5 points per category for a maximum total score of 25 points. Those categories are power, range of the vehicle. We're going to be looking at the tow rating of the vehicle, the cost, and then finally, what I like to call the X factor. And what the X factor is it's a way for us to award additional points to each product where there might not be a direct apples to apples comparison, but where there are some unique features that could have tremendous benefit and impact for you as a potential owner. All right, before we jump into the comparison, let's first take a look at some of the things that these vehicles have in common. And as I mentioned already, these are both 100% fully electric trucks. They are not hybrids where you can run gas or electric. These are 100% fully electric. So you're going to be charging them at home, either by having a home EV charger installed, or you're going to take advantage of the electrical vehicle charging network that's out there, both Ford's and Tesla's. These are both 4x4 vehicles. Although I should mention, Tesla's CyberTruck comes in 3 different trim levels, and the lowest trim level only includes a rear-wheel drive with a single motor. Now, for the purposes of this comparison, we're going to be comparing the medium trim levels for each product so that it's an apples to apples comparison. And so at that medium trim level, both of them offer 4x4, and both of them offer over-the-air software updates. Now, guys, I know that this is one of those topics that there's really a lot of concern, because if we're talking about, a grid-down environment and how do you survive in a grid-down environment, this whole idea of over-the-air software updates is a potential point of concern. For example, if the internet uplink is broken, does the vehicle still operate or does it shut down after some period of time? So we're going to be looking at that and tracking this closely as these things develop. Okay, let's jump into the comparison. Okay, first up is the Tesla CyberTruck. Now, the CyberTruck boasts a horsepower of 690 horsepower. Now, that's incredible. In fact, that's higher than any in the half-ton pickup category up to this point that I'm aware of. So ample power here as in terms of for your hauling capability and for your acceleration. In terms of the range, the CyberTruck is advertising a range of 300 miles plus. So that's almost as much as what you can get on a full tank of gas. It's actually pretty much equal what you can get on a full tank of gas if you're talking about a traditional V8 half-ton pickup. So no compromise here in terms of the range of the vehicle. And as far as the tow rating, the CyberTruck can tow up to 10,000 pounds. Now, this is important. If you're going to be using CyberTruck as an outdoor adventure vehicle or as a bug-out vehicle, then chances are you're going to be towing or hauling, whether it be a camper, a travel trailer, or just a storage trailer full of cargo and supplies. You're going to want to make sure that you have a vehicle with a high tow rating. So at 10,000 pounds, that can pretty much tow any of the lightweight class travel trailers that are out there, and quite a bit of cargo and supplies if you're bugging out to a secure location. In terms of cost, the mid-trim CyberTruck comes in right at about the $50,000 price point. So that's going to put it right in line with your traditional half-ton pickups, whether you're talking about a Ford F-150, Chevy Silverado, or a Toyota Tundra. The CyberTruck is going to be right in that competitive price range. And in terms of X factor, I'm going to give the CyberTruck 3 additional points because of, number one, the Tesla autopilot feature. Tesla, from what I can tell, has the best autopilot software out there. So if you're looking forward to a future where you can just kick back and relax and let the vehicle drive for you, the CyberTruck is going to offer that for you. But in addition to the autopilot, you also have great accessory features coming out, particularly for off-grid living and camping and adventure. So products like the Cyber House or the Cyberlander, which are basically accessories that can attach to the rear of the vehicle, and it converts your CyberTruck into a mini camper. So it's really, really neat to see a lot of the accessories that are coming out for the CyberTruck platform. Okay, now let's take a look at the F-150 Lightning. All right, now we're looking at the Ford F-150 Lightning. The F-150 Lightning comes in with a horsepower rating of 563 horsepower. So although it's not quite as high as what the Tesla CyberTruck is offering, it's still a very, very powerful truck when compared to other similar half-ton pickup trucks that are on the market. In terms of the range of the vehicle, Ford is advertising a 300-mile range with the extended range battery. So with the extended range battery, you'll be able to drive up to 300 miles between having to recharge the vehicle. In terms of tow rating, Ford is also advertising a 10,000-pound tow rating. So again, if you're going to be using this as a bug-out vehicle, chances are you're going to be towing a camper or a travel trailer or a cargo trailer, and so you can load up to 10,000 pounds of total weight to be towed behind the vehicle. I should make note though, when you're towing, that is going to reduce the range of the vehicle. So if it's rated for 300-mile range just to the vehicle itself, you're probably looking at something closer to the 150, 180-mile range if you're hauling a trailer behind you. So make sure that you plan accordingly for that in terms of your bug-out plan. In terms of the cost of the vehicle, the Ford F-150 Lightning is also going to come in right at that $50,000 or $49,900 price range. So right on par with the CyberTruck and right on par with other comparable half-ton pickup trucks in this class. And in terms of the X Factor, I'm going to give the F-150 Lightning 4 additional X Factor points. Here are some of the unique features that the F-150 Lightning boasts and why I decided to start covering this vehicle. The first is what Ford calls the Intelligent Backup Power System. What this means is this is the first to market electric vehicle charger that actually acts as a bidirectional backup power and transfer switch. So what that means is this. On a day with normal operation, you plug your vehicle into your home charger and you draw power from the home's electrical system to charge the battery inside the vehicle. But with Ford Intelligent Backup Power, in the case of a utility outage, you can actually draw from energy stored in the vehicle battery, invert it into AC power, and then have that fed into the house to provide up to 3 days of backup power for your home with no change in lifestyle, really. So the Ford Intelligent Backup System offers 9.6 kilowatts continuous power for up to 3 days of a typical home usage from a single battery charge. Now, if you really want to conserve and just kind of cut it down to like critical need items only, like lights and computers, refrigerators, then you could probably stretch that to 10 days before that battery would have to be recharged. So if you're preparing for any kind of a storm outage or maybe a deep freeze like what we had in Texas earlier this year, then the F-150 Lightning could be your backup power source, for up to 10 days in that kind of scenario. In addition to that, though, the onboard 9.6 kilowatt inverters, where you can optionally even have a second inverter, it acts as a mobile power station. So if you're using the F-150 Lightning for job site power, if you're a contractor out there, you don't need to worry about generators anymore. Don't worry about generators, don't worry about fueling the generators, cleaning the carburetors, oil changes, all that headache that you have to deal with a portable gas generator, the F-150 Lightning can be your new job site power station, including a lot of lighting options. And then, of course, as we mentioned, Ford also offers the over-the-air software updates. Now, we're going to be following this closely to figure out if that over-the-air update and that over-the-air internet connection is necessary for the vehicle to function, or if we can operate indefinitely in a grid-down mode. So please stay tuned for more updates on that topic. The final thing I should mention about X Factor for the F-150 Lightning is the idea of having a solar integration with your intelligent backup system. Now, Clean Technica reported earlier this week that Ford is in talks with Sunrun, and of course the speculation is that they are working on some sort of a solar integration with the Ford F-150 Lightning's backup power system, meaning that instead of being limited to just 3 days of full power or 10 days of minimal power backup, this could potentially be a long-term, indefinite off-grid power supply, where you can discharge the vehicle battery, power the house, and then whenever the sun is up, use your solar panels to recharge the vehicle battery, and then you can continue that cycle as long as you need, indefinitely. If that's the case, then I'd have to say the F-150 Lightning is the ultimate shelter-in-place backup power system. But we're going to keep you updated as things develop. We'll make sure we get you the latest information on that capability. Okay, so in summary here, let's look at the comparison. The Tesla CyberTruck has a horsepower rating of 690 horsepower versus 563 horsepower on the F-150. Both vehicles have a 300-mile range. Of course, you need to have the extended range option with the F-150. And both vehicles have a tow rating of 10,000 pounds. In terms of the cost, both vehicles come in right at just below $50,000. So you're looking at the $49,999 for the mid-trim option for both vehicles. And then in terms of X Factor points, CyberTruck gets 3 additional points for some of its unique outdoor features, as well as the autopilot, driverless operation. Where the F-150 Lightning receives 4 X Factor points, primarily because of its off-grid and backup power capabilities, being able to provide backup power to your home and being able to act as a mobile power station for job site operation. All right, so if we total everything up here, the CyberTruck receives 5 out of 5 for power, 4 out of 4 for range, 5 out of 5 for towing capacity. 10,000 pounds is just about as high of tow rating you're going to find on any other half-ton truck on the market. 3 out of 5 for cost, and plus 3 additional X Factor points for a total of 20 points. For the F-150 Lightning, we're looking at 4 out of 5 for power, as it is a little bit underpowered compared to the CyberTruck. 4 out of 5 for range, 5 out of 5 for towing capacity, because it also has that 10,000 pound capacity. 3 out of 5 for cost, and then 4 additional X Factor points for those unique backup power capabilities that we talked about already. So in terms of the winner here, guys, I'm going to call this a draw. But these comparison videos really aren't about declaring one product is better than the other, but it's really understanding what are the unique advantages and disadvantages of some of these vehicles so that you can choose the right one that's going to suit your unique emergency preparedness application. Well, folks, I thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. As always, if you're getting good value from the Solar Surge channel, make sure you click on that like button. And I know I say it all the time, but it's so important because with all these videos that are on YouTube and Rumble now, if the algorithm doesn't see you clicking on it and liking or sharing or commenting, then it'll just bury the video and it'll try showing you something else. So I thank you for taking the time to do that. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way, as we're putting out the new videos, right now we're putting about 3 or 4 new videos every week. That way you won't miss them and they'll come up in your feed whenever we release a new one. Well, folks, thanks again for taking the time to listen to the Solar Surge channel today. As always, I'm Joe Ordia, encouraging you to get prepared and be empowered. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.